What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video with your boy Thick Whips. Today I'm joined by my friend Eric here. He has an Astora Blue 335 that has pure turbo, making a ton of power on it. He has so many modifications done to this F30. We actually did a feature film with him a while back. How many months ago was that? Do you remember?
It was just about a year.
Was it about a year ago? We did a feature film with Eric about a year ago, but I figured I would do a new one because his car has changed so much over the past year. So I feel like you guys would actually enjoy this video because there's so much extensive modification done to this F30. It really is a beautiful, beautiful build. But yeah, you guys, it's been a while since we've done a feature film video. I am bringing them back. So sit back, enjoy the video. It's gonna be a good one. All right, guys, so we have Eric back here on the channel. It's been a year since he's been on the channel.
Yeah.
Well, the car's completely changed in a year, and I felt like we had to do another feature film because the car is just so drastically different from the last time we saw you.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is his Astora Blue 335. He's running pure turbo, meth injection, pretty much every bolt-on that you can do, right?
Yeah, high pressure fuel pump.
Yeah, high pressure fuel pump, and then he's got MHD tuning, right?
I'm just using MHD as the loader.
Okay.
But it's a custom tune by Wedge
Oh,
Performance.
so you're on Wedge. Well, we're gonna start. I'm gonna run you guys through, or we are going to run you through his build and a little bit about what he has done to his car, because honestly, it's really impressive, and he went super, super far on this 335. Let's start with the exterior, the simple stuff. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what you have done to the outside of this car?
Well, we've got the hood.
Yes, you've got the GTS hood, I see. And if you recall, last time, I think that was where we left off, right? I was convincing you to get the GTS hood, and well,
Apparently it worked. We do have the LCI taillights.
Yep.
I just did that.
Those look so good.
A couple days ago, and the new wing.
The new wing,
yeah. The other wing, kind of the carbon, the clear coat started clouding out, and so I replaced that last night.
You ended up going with the CS carbon fiber,
Back
right?
to the CS.
And then you got the front Verus lip, right? You got the Verus carbon fiber on the front.
Yes.
And then the side skirt extensions, you had those on before,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then your mirror caps, you had those on before. A lot of that stuff is the same.
Well, I did redo the M Performance vinyl on the bottom. The other one was looking a little
rough,
worn.
As far as your wheel setup and everything, you've had these wheels, right? You've been running the 437Ms for a while.
Yeah, those, I quickly decided that they fit the best.
I agree.
And no spacers,
Yeah.
running 255 3519s up front, 275 3519s out back, and the fitment is perfect.
I think that these are the best wheels that you can run on an F30,
Yeah.
without question.
They fit much better than they do on any M3.
What's your brake setup?
Power stop rotors.
Oh, okay, cool.
And stock OE M Sport blue brakes.
Looks good. And then you just told me you did a new suspension. What's your new suspension setup?
I did Bilstein coilovers, the PS2s.
And then why don't we pop the hood and talk about what you got going on?
Let me show you this. Super cheap, but amazingly awesome.
Oh, is this the charging thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
no-co
good.
charger.
Oh,
When I
easier,
plugged
huh?
it in, it told me my battery was down to 25%. I charged it up in a few hours.
It's so easy to use. Yeah, you just tap it in and then you have it right there.
It took me 2 minutes to install this
That's
thing.
nice.
And then I just plug it in and I just throw this over here. You don't hear it.
That's great.
For something so simple,
That's huge.
I absolutely love it.
First of all, how much horsepower are you putting down? How much torque? Let's talk about
530 to the wheels.
530 to the wheel, which is
We
awesome.
can
I mean,
turn it up a bit.
Yeah.
We're sitting at a
but
conservative
that's
530.
right. That's conservative. That's a
at
good,
the moment.
reliable horsepower number on
Yeah.
this engine. And with have you had any issues with this engine?
None.
Or anything?
Zero.
See?
I have not had a single issue with this build.
Yep.
Everything has just worked the way it should. And I don't beat on it.
Yeah, right. You
So-
take really good care of your cars.
Absolutely.
So why don't you run me through it, man? What do we
All
got?
right.
What do we got?
We have the Pure Stage 2 turbo upgrade. We have the Snow Performance methanol injection kit, direct injection kit. Meth tank, rather than put it in the trunk, she sits in the car washer fluid.
I love that.
And if it gets low, I get a warning on the dashboard saying I'm low on
It
meth.
tells you right there.
So
convenient.
that works really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
We have the MST intake. Charge pipe is the first thing any BMW owner should do.
Absolutely.
We have the VRSF also race intercooler.
The front mount?
Yeah,
Nice.
which is I think a 6.5, 7.5 inch intercooler. It's the biggest one I could
So basically full bolt-ons, methanol injection, upgraded turbo, and Dorch Stage 2?
Yes, Dorch Stage 2, high pressure fuel pump.
Okay. What's your downpipe?
Catalyst downpipe.
Who makes it?
Evolution.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then your exhaust setup is Dynon, or?
It's a Dynon free flow.
Okay.
But I did do one other exhaust upgrade. I have a dump.
Oh, you do?
I have an exhaust cutout. It's a valve, so I can just open it up and it's just straight open exhaust. It gets loud. When I get on her, it gets loud.
Run us real quick through your tuning setup. You said it's MHD platform with wedge.
Yeah, with a wedge custom tune.
Okay.
So we did a lot of dyno runs.
Really?
To get her where she is now. They tuned it really well. No issues. She just runs.
So what shop do you use?
Euro Empire.
Awesome.
Matt over at Euro Empire. Those guys are phenomenal.
Eric has already been talking about possibly getting into a different car, and the F30 might be going.
Yeah.
Inevitably at some point
maybe
it will
in the
go.
new year. I'm considering.
This.
Got my old school F30 key tag there.
Yeah, dude, that is throwback right there, man. Wow. Well, all right. So you have what I never did, and I'll tell you what, man. This is probably one of the coolest things that you can do to this car. You want to talk about this a little bit?
That's the 6WB digital dash, and it just looks phenomenal.
It looks so good. It's so vivid. Like,
yeah,
the vividness of it is really what's impressive.
And it'll change depending on your modes. Go Sport Plus.
Dude, look at that.
But the difference between that and comfort mode.
Yeah, it is just beautiful too. Like, the display is so vivid. Your steering wheel setup, it's wrapped in Alcantara, and it's got the blue to match. I really like that setup.
I ordered this from a guy in Georgia. I forget his name, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it looks
and
really
it's
good.
holding up pretty well. As long as you clean it every couple of weeks,
yeah,
it'll lift it back up, and it's just a matter of that.
I really like these two. The black, really simple.
Yeah.
But just clean. Just like it works really well with your interior. You got the P3 gauge, I see.
Yeah, that is...
Dude, I love that.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's just a great addition. And then, also love how you have your meth set up in here. Right? That's for your methanol?
Yes.
Super duper clean. And then, this was always something that I loved about your car, how you painted it black.
Yeah.
And most people don't have that.
Yeah, I took off the silver and I just scuffed it up and painted it, and then hit it with ceramic coat after the fact. And the ceramic coat just keeps, all the stuff in your hands from getting into the paint. Clean it and reapply the ceramic coat every once in a blue moon.
Looks so good.
And it just looks fantastic.
And then the big one that you literally just did.
Yes,
I mean,
this was
yesterday.
Yesterday,
yeah.
yeah.
Why don't you talk about this?
This is the touchscreen ID6. I'm still learning how to use this thing, and so it's amazing. It has wireless Apple CarPlay. I had nav, so I kept the nav. It's like, this is wireless. My phone's in the glove box.
Full screen Apple CarPlay, and it's touchscreen.
Yeah.
And your car definitely didn't come with that. I mean, you had to retrofit.
I had an Apple CarPlay MMI, so I had to plug it in every time I wanted to use it.
Oh, okay.
And
which is just horrible.
It was it's a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And so to go to wireless,
huge.
It's just, all I do is throw my phone up on the REN line, and it connects automatically.
Such a clean setup.
And I'm into it.
Well, you've done a really good job.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly, this car is like perfect, pretty much the way that I would build it. I know you had talked about possibly doing some headlights in the future. You still thinking that, or what?
It's a thought. It's the problem with headlights is you have to take yours out, send them out, about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you get them back. And pulling the car apart for 2-3 weeks is just one of those things.
So it's not so much the cost with headlights that is the tough part. It's really the pulling the car apart and waiting, especially if it's your only car.
Yeah.
And waiting for the new ones to come in. That's why, when we were talking before, I was like, I've learned that over the past of building these cars, always buy the spec that you want. Try not to plan for things that you're going to change in the future, because stuff like that, like headlights, it's a pain in the ass, man. Like having to wait 2-3 weeks to get your headlights swapped out when you could have just bought it with like the Icon headlights from factory, and it saved you a lot of money and a lot of time.
And I want to drive this. I don't want to drive my wife's car.
Well, should we go for a little drive?
Yeah.
All right, man, let's do it. Sounds good. Oh, dude, I forgot how loud those intakes were. The MST.
Yeah.
Wow, those are loud. Exhaust sounds good. It's got a good tone.
It is. It is nice.
I love the N55. That feels nice, man. Wow.
It's a nice.
It's really
ball.
smooth. Yeah, it's the power. The way that this car is putting down the power is really, really smooth. It's not like ridiculously fast. It's like really good, consistent, clean power. That's what it feels like. Oh my God. They did a really good job. Wedge did a really good job at dialing this in. Like, it feels nice.
We're at 530 of the wheels.
That's plenty of power, dude. I can't get over the sound, dude. It's crazy. It sounds like someone's screaming, man.
It's always faster when you let the trans do its own thing.
Yeah.
So.
Dude. This thing is rowdy. Holy crap.
You're the only person that's ever driven this car.
Really?
With me in it, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you letting me drive it. It's a great, man, you did such a good job. It feels very balanced. Like, the suspension feels really good. The power is like right where it needs to be. It's not ridiculously over the top. It feels reliable. The sounds are great. Like, a really, really well done, tasteful package, in my opinion. Without going, because I see a lot of people that, like, they just kind of go too far. Like, they take the car to a point where it's not reliable, it's not really fun to drive anymore, can't take it everywhere. This thing isn't completely slammed on the ground. You did it just right, man. I know I asked you this before, but now that we're on camera, how often do you fill up the methanol injection? And do you find that to be something that is like annoying at all to have to run with, or do you not even like think about it anymore?
I thought it might be at first,
That's
and I was a little leery. But, and you can get like, say, a 3-gallon tank, which would, depending on how much you beat on it, you know, would last. But I use my windshield washer fluid reservoir, which is like 1.5 gallons. And honestly, I fill it up once in the blue moon. A light will show up on the dash saying low washer fluid. And
so convenient.
I've never had it show up because every once in a while I'll just be like, all right, you know what? Let me just top it off. It's not an inconvenience.
Yeah, right.
It's not an inconvenience. You get down to 1 gallon, you order another few gallons from Amazon.
That is insane. I can't get over the sound, dude. It's crazy. It's insane. It literally sounds like someone's yelling. I love it. This car is fun. This car is fun. Well, dude, thank you for letting me drive it, man. This thing is
You're welcome.
This thing's wicked. All right, Eric. Thanks for coming on the channel, dude. I really appreciate it. And driving the car. This thing is built perfectly. Like, I mean, you already heard me say it a million times, but this car, honestly, for an F30, it's kind of nostalgic for me being back in one and getting able to drive one again, but this thing is built so well. And I think when you sell it, whoever buys it is gonna get a hell of a car because you did such a good job on it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you again for coming back on the channel. You guys, if you're interested in following Eric's journey, his car, his photos, his build, I'm gonna leave his Instagram information down below. Go ahead and check that out. But thank you so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, hit the bell notification, and just like that, we'll see you in the next one.